Ladies and gentlemen, we exist in a world where people act unpredictably, saying things, doing things, and behaving in ways that catch us off guard. Yet the most pressing question isn't about them, it's about us. What does this reveal about me? How do we stay composed when faced with disrespect? How do we remain steady when life places difficult people in our path? The solution isn't to change them, it's to change ourselves. The first step to never being angered or bothered by anyone is realizing this: no one controls your emotions unless you hand them that power. Picture your mind as a house. Would you leave the front door wide open, allowing just anyone to stroll in and create chaos? Of course not. So why do we let words and actions invade our peace? Here's the truth. Most negativity from others has nothing to do with you. It's about them, their stress, their insecurities, their struggles. Yet we make it personal. We take offense. But here's the secret. When you stop taking things personally, you stop giving others power over you. Now let's talk about control. We often think if only this person changed, I'd be at peace. But real strength comes from understanding you don't need them to change. You just need to master your response. Instead of reacting with anger, try this. Pause, breathe, ask yourself, is this worth my peace? 9 times out of 10, it's not. This isn't just about avoiding anger, it's about choosing something better. When someone frustrates you, don't just resist the anger, replace it. Replace it with understanding, with humor, with indifference, with empathy. And remember, inner peace isn't about avoiding difficult people. It's about becoming so unshakable that no one, no matter how toxic, can pull you into their storm. So today, I challenge you. The next time someone tries to get under your skin, don't react. Observe, smile, walk away, keep your power. Because in the end, the strongest person in the room isn't the one who wins the argument. It's the one who no longer feels the need to argue at all. Why do we get angry? Most of us spend our lives reacting to others without ever pausing to ask the most critical question. Why does this affect me? We fixate on what people say, what they do, what went wrong. But if we truly want to be unshakable, we must start with why. Imagine this. Someone cuts you off in traffic. Instantly, frustration flares. Your heart races. You mutter under your breath, maybe even honk. But why? Did their action truly take something from you? Or was it your expectation, the belief that people should drive carefully and respectfully that caused the frustration? The real source of anger isn't the external event. It's the meaning we attach to it. We get upset when someone is rude because we expect respect. We feel hurt when ignored because we expect acknowledgement. We get annoyed when plans fail because we expect control. But expectations aren't reality. The moment we accept that the world doesn't operate by our personal rulebook, we free ourselves from endless frustration. Think of the last time someone's words stung. Maybe they criticized your work, dismissed your opinion, or made a sarcastic remark. Your first reaction? Defensiveness, anger, maybe even shame. But pause and ask, why does this bother me? Is it because deep down you're uncertain about your own abilities? Is it because you crave validation and they denied it? Often, our emotional reactions reveal more about us than about the other person. There's a story of a Zen master who was once insulted by a visitor. Instead of reacting, he simply smiled and asked, if someone offers you a gift and you refuse it, who does the gift belong to? The visitor replied, to the giver, of course. The master nodded. Then why should I accept your anger? This is the power of detachment. When we start with why, when we examine the roots of our reactions, we gain clarity, and with clarity comes choice. Instead of blindly reacting, we decide, is this worth my energy? Consider a new approach. Instead of demanding the world meet your expectations, let them go. Instead of assuming people will be kind, accept that some won't. Instead of expecting fairness, recognize it's a personal value, not a universal law. When you shift your mindset this way, people lose their power to bother you. They can act as they please, but you remain in control of your response. This doesn't mean you become passive. It means you no longer hand over your emotional power so easily. You realize most of what upsets you is a reflection of your inner world, not the external one. And that realization alone lets you stay calm in situations that once triggered you. So the next time anger rises, don't ask, what did they do to me? Ask, why does this bother me? The answer will always point inward. And the moment you look inward, you reclaim control. Control is an illusion. We spend our lives trying to control things, people, situations, outcomes. We want life to be predictable, fair, and aligned with our desires. But reality has other plans. People will hurt us. Circumstances will shift. The world won't conform to our wishes. The harder we grip, the more frustrated we become. Here's the truth. Control is an illusion. The only real control we have is over ourselves, our thoughts, emotions, and responses. Think of the last time you were upset. Maybe someone spoke rudely, ignored you, or acted unfairly. Your natural reaction? Offense, frustration, anger. But pause and ask, was I upset because of what they did or because I expected something different? The answer is almost always the latter. Our suffering doesn't come from others' actions, it comes from our resistance to reality. Imagine standing in the rain, furious because you planned a sunny day. You curse the sky, disappointed. But is the rain the problem or your expectation that it shouldn't rain? The rain doesn't care, it falls regardless. You can't control it, but you can control your response. You can grab an umbrella, same applies to people. You can't control if someone is rude, impatient, or dismissive, but you can control whether you take it personally, whether you let it ruin your mood, whether you respond with anger or calm indifference. When you master your response, you become untouchable. Most people live reactively, letting the external world dictate their emotions. Someone is kind, they're happy. Someone is rude, they're hurt. Things go well, they feel good. Things go wrong, they're miserable. This is like being a puppet, jerked around by others' behavior and random chance. Real power comes when you cut the strings. When you decide, no matter what happens, you won't be controlled by it. Now, the best ways to reclaim control, practice the pause. When something upsets you, don't react, breathe, observe. Ask, is this worth my peace? Usually it's not. That moment of pause creates space, and in that space lies freedom. This isn't about suppressing emotions or pretending things don't bother you. It's about recognizing you have a choice. Be controlled by the world or control how you move through it. The rain will fall, people will act as they choose, circumstances will shift. The more you resist this, the more you suffer, but when you accept it, you gain the greatest power of all, the ability to own your response. And once you own your response, nothing and no one can truly bother you again. Detach from the ego. One of the biggest reasons we get angry, we take things personally. Someone criticizes us and we feel attacked. Someone ignores us and we feel disrespected. Someone outshines us and we feel insecure. But here's the truth. It's not about you. It never was. The real issue isn't what others do. It's the ego convincing us we're the center of everything. The ego is that voice whispering, I deserve better. I should be recognized. I must be treated with respect. It feeds on validation, control, and self-importance. And the more we let it drive our emotions, the easier it is for people to trigger us. If someone questions us, the ego rushes to defend. If someone insults us, the ego demands revenge. But when you detach from the ego, something incredible happens. You stop reacting. Imagine this. A stranger yells an insult at you. Your ego wants to fight back, to prove something, to restore its importance. But what if you didn't take it personally? What if you saw their outburst for what it really is? A reflection of their state, not yours. When you detach, you realize most negativity from others stems from their struggles, fears, and insecurities. And suddenly, their words lose power over you. Think of times you've been upset by someone's actions. Were they truly trying to harm you, or were they acting from their own pain? A rude cashier might be having a terrible day. A snapping friend might be drowning in stress. A dismissive boss might be consumed by worries. But if the ego takes over, it twists their actions into personal attacks, convincing you to defend yourself. In reality, people's behavior is rarely about us. It's about them. Letting go of the ego doesn't mean tolerating mistreatment. It means you don't need to react to everything. Your worth isn't determined by others' treatment of you. Just because someone is rude, it doesn't mean you must take it as a wound. One of the most freeing reminders. This is not about me. Next time someone frustrates you, pause and ask, what must they be going through to act this way? Shift from taking things personally to observing them objectively. Suddenly, you're no longer reactive, you're unshakable. There's an old saying, you cannot be insulted if you do not take offense. The only way words hurt you is if your ego clings to them. Someone calls you a failure, it stings only if you fear it's true. If someone ignores you, it bothers you only if you crave their attention. But when you release the ego, you release the need for external validation. You realize no one's opinion defines you, unless you allow it. True peace comes when you no longer feel the need to defend. When you detach from the ego, you stop giving others control over your emotions. You stop making their actions about you, and when nothing is personal, nothing can truly bother you. Reframe annoyance as a challenge. Most people see annoyance as a problem, something to avoid, something that ruins their mood. But what if it wasn't an obstacle? What if it was an opportunity, a chance to grow, to strengthen your mind, to become more unshakable? The key to never being angered or bothered isn't avoiding difficult people, it's reframing them as challenges that make you mentally stronger. Think of what annoys you most. A coworker who constantly interrupts, a driver who cuts you off, a family member who never listens. Your instinct, frustration, irritation, anger. But ask yourself, what if this is a test? A test of patience, emotional control, inner peace. Athletes don't complain when workouts are hard, they embrace the challenge. It makes them stronger. Similarly, mentally strong people don't get easily annoyed because they see frustration as training. Every time someone irritates you, you have a choice. React emotionally, letting the situation control you. Pause, breathe, and see it as a chance to practice control. Every annoyance is an opportunity, just like a tough workout builds muscle. Imagine you're in line at a coffee shop and a person ahead is painfully slow. Impatience grows. But instead of frustration, ask, can I sit with this feeling without reacting? And I use this to build patience. When you start seeing these moments as challenges, everything shifts. You're no longer a victim of emotions, you're the master of them. This mindset isn't about avoiding annoyance, it's about transforming it. Instead of, why are they so frustrating? Ask, what can I learn from this? Maybe the challenge is staying calm under pressure. not taking things personally. Developing empathy, recognizing people act from their own struggles. One of the most powerful skills, laughing at what used to annoy you. Humor is a secret weapon against frustration. If someone is difficult, smile and think. Oh, another challenge. Let's see how unshakable I can be today. Suddenly, an irritating experience becomes a game, where winning means keeping your peace. The most successful, peaceful people don't avoid challenges, they seek them. They know growth comes from discomfort, and emotional strength is built through exposure to difficulty. The goal isn't a world without annoying people, it's becoming someone who remains calm no matter what. Next time irritation rises, remember, this isn't a problem, it's a challenge, a chance to prove you control your emotions, not the world. And when you think this way, fewer and fewer things will bother you at all. Choose empathy over anger. When someone disrespects you, the natural instinct is anger. It feels powerful, like standing up for yourself. But anger rarely solves anything. It fuels conflict, drains energy, and hands others control over your emotions. Real power lies in choosing empathy over anger. Empathy isn't weakness. It doesn't mean excusing bad behavior or letting people walk over you. It means recognizing most of the time when people act out, it's not about you, it's about them. Their stress, their insecurities, their struggles. When you understand this, it's harder to take things personally. Imagine someone cuts you off in traffic. Your first thought, how dare they? But what if you paused and considered, maybe they just got terrible news. Maybe they're rushing to a loved one in the hospital. Maybe they're lost in their own worries. You'll never know, but you do know, anger won't change the situation. It'll only disturb your peace. Choosing empathy shifts your perspective so negativity doesn't control you. If a coworker is rude, instead of defensiveness, ask, what might be going on in their life? A moment of understanding changes everything. They're no longer an enemy, just a person struggling. One of the best ways to stay unbothered, remind yourself, everyone is fighting battles you can't see. The angry stranger, the impatient boss, the distant friend, each carries unseen burdens. That doesn't justify their behavior, but it means it's not about you. When you realize this, you break free from resentment. Hurt people. Those who lash out are often projecting inner pain. Reacting with anger feeds their negativity, but responding with calm breaks the cycle. Think of the last time you were short-tempered. Were you truly angry at the person or just stressed about something else? We've all had moments we regret, not because we're bad, but because we were struggling. Recognizing this in yourself helps you recognize it in others. Losing empathy isn't just about them, it's about protecting your peace. Sometimes the best response is stepping back. You don't have to fix them or carry their pain. Just refuse to let it affect you. Next time someone would normally make you angry, pause. Ask, what might be going on with them? Even without an answer, the question shifts your mindset.
And when you see people with understanding, fewer things will bother you. Peace is a daily practice. Many think peace is a destination, a future state where nothing bothers them, life is calm, and stress disappears. But this sets them up for disappointment. Peace isn't a final stop, it's a daily practice. A choice made moment by moment, again and again. Think of physical fitness. You don't go to the gym once and stay fit forever. You must keep training. The same applies to your mind. Staying calm once doesn't mean you'll always be calm. Peace is a muscle. It needs daily work. The world won't stop testing you. Difficult people, unexpected problems, and patient testing moments will always arise. The goal isn't to eliminate challenges, it's to get better at handling them. The person who never gets angry isn't someone who avoids difficulties. They've just practiced peace so consistently, it's their default response. Each day brings new chances to practice. The slow driver, the interrupting coworker, the unexpected delay. Each is a test, a choice between patience and frustration, calmness and irritation. Many believe they'll find peace once conditions are perfect, the right job, the right place, the right people. But real peace doesn't depend on externals. It's not about controlling the world. It's about controlling the world within you. But if your peace relies on everything going right, it's fragile. But if you cultivate it regardless of circumstances, nothing can take it. This doesn't mean you'll never feel frustration. Even the most peaceful people experience tension. The difference? How quickly they return to balance. They recognize triggers, breathe, and choose not to dwell in negativity. They don't let small annoyances ruin their day. They practice letting go repeatedly. Strengthen your peace with small habits. Meditation, deep breathing, pausing before reacting. The more you train calmness in small moments, the easier it becomes in big ones. Another key? Gratitude. Focusing on what's good makes frustrations feel smaller. Remember, peace isn't achieved once. It's nurtured, strengthened, and chosen daily. Some days will test you, some situations will push you, but each moment is another chance to practice. So don't wait for life to be perfect. Don't wait for people to change. Start now, start where you are. Because true peace isn't something you find, it's something you become.